What's in store for Juice today? Let me tell you. The RSPCA are coming to visit with some friends. We're going to be making some slime with Dr. Rob. Carly Sparkles has a great activity for us. Dr. Beck is going to give us some pet tips. My name's Liam and I'm your host for Juice today, and I'm 8 years old and we're on location at the Lady Salanto Children's Hospital. We're continuing our Easter celebrations. Last time we did lots of fun stuff like making hot cross buns, having an Easter egg hunt and making bunny masks. Plus we had a visit from the Mask Foundation.
Every Easter, the Masks Foundation puts on a spread at JoJo's for the Children's Hospital Foundation and some of our special patients and families.
Can I particularly acknowledge my colleagues, including Constable E. Bunny. I just want to say how proud we are as an organisation to continue to support the work that Stefan and Rose do through the Masks Foundation.
Thank you everybody, and we are very honoured and proud that you participate in our day.
But the fun's not over yet. Working together with Queensland Motorcycle Police, they travel in style to the hospital to make some very special and delicious Easter deliveries.
Nice to meet you, Savannah. I'm Rose, and this is Stefan.
How you going, guys? How about that?
So much Eastery goodness, I love it. Now I'm really looking forward to meeting Squishy the Snake from the RSPCA, but before that...
It's time to get to know your host, Liam.
My favourite sports are cricket, BMX and NRL. My favourite movie character is Hulk because he's really strong. My favourite animal is a bird because I like things that fly. I'm really good at BMX, football, cricket and horse riding. My favourite song is, I would say, Shake It Off. Shake it off, shake it off. I really don't like mince because I really don't like the gravy that it's cooked in. Did you know this week there's a day called Draw a Bird Day, and if you draw something really cool, send it in. You can email it to us or you can put it in the letterbox down on level 2. And it's also Siblings Day this week, and I want to give a big shout out to my brother Nathan, my brother Will and my little sister Jasmine. Now let's see who you want to say hello to.
Hi, I'm Isabella and I just want to give a big shout out to my older brother Max. He's a legend.
Hi, my name is Riley and I'd like to say hello to my little brother Casey and my friend Roland. My name's Casey and I'm 5 and I would like to say hello to my brother Riley, and he's called Riley, and I would like to say hello to Sam. Hello, my name's Amber and I would like to say hello to my brother Brendan.
Okay, to meet our friends from the RSPCA. They look after all animals, great and small. Let's go and see what they've brought today.
Kids like to meet Squishy.
Hi, my name is Isabella, and today we're going to meet some cool animals for the RSPCA, such as Squishy. So Nick, it clearly looks like Squishy has a favourite.
Yeah, you could say that. We've known each other for a little while.
So I heard you're a volunteer at the Wildlife Hospital at the RSPCA. What does that involve?
Well, pretty much I just help the vets with their daily routine, such as intake of animals. I get down the details from the people who brought the animals in, and also assist in feeding and medicating the animals occasionally, the less dangerous animals, of course, such as the possums and small birds.
Squishy is a non-venomous snake, right?
Yes, that's correct. He's called a python, and they don't have any venom glands or any fangs that can inject venom, but they kill rats by biting them and grabbing on with their recurved teeth, such as that, and then they just wrap around them until they suffocate, and they swallow them whole.
So what type of python is he?
He's a carpet python, and they're very common around Brisbane, as well as up the east coast of Australia. Yeah, they love living in trees, roofs of houses, burrows, you name it.
It looks like Squishy's pretty big, so how long do they grow up to?
Carpet pythons can grow up to 4 metres in the wild.
Whoa.
Yeah, which is pretty big. He's about just under 2 metres, so he's still got a lot of growing to go. And when they grow up to about 4 metres, they can be about that thick. And they can eat pretty much anything they can get their hands on, including wallabies, bats.
So they look like they can be cool pet snakes?
Yes, they can. Actually, they don't require a whole lot of... Oh, no. Cut.
He's being naughty again.
Squishy. Bad boy. We just got to sort of unwind it very gently. Squishy is a tame snake, and he's not like a wild snake, so don't try this at home. If you tried this with a wild snake, it would not end well. Almost done?
Where's my band?
Good work. You're older, you should volunteer at the RSPCA. Got a pretty good job. There we go. Okay, back to the interview.
Sorry for the interruption. So where were we, Nick? Oh, so snakes can be really cool pets, can't they?
Yes, they can. In most respects, they're a lot cleaner and easier to maintain than, say, a cat or a dog, as in they don't poo as often. And they don't need to be fed as often as well, only about once a week. We feed Squishy once a week. But you do need to hold a permit though, and there are a lot of other specialised requirements such as heating and a specialised enclosure for them. So yeah, there's a great deal of work put into keeping a snake, but they are very rewarding animals.
So one of the most very important questions, why is Squishy called Squishy?
Well, he was actually run over by a car, and we took him into the RSPCA and the vets patched him up, and he's been an ambassador for the RSPCA ever since. For all the wonderful reptiles that we also have at the RSPCA, not just cats and dogs and birds, but you can also adopt a wide range of lizards, such as blue tongues and water dragons, bearded dragons, and even carpet pythons like Squishy.
Thanks, Nick. Good boy, Squishy. Hi, Zoe. Thanks so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
So who did you bring here today?
Sitting on your lap there is Alfie, and then next to me here having a little nap is Gypsy.
So what's the story behind where they came from?
Alfie came to the RSPCA first, and he was actually brought in by a homeless man who didn't think he could take care of him anymore. And Gypsy came a couple of weeks later. Gypsy was actually found on the side of a motorway.
They're very soft.
They are very cute.
Who's looking after the puppies now, Zoe?
I take both these puppies home at night time, and they're growing at my place, and they play with my other 2 dogs at home.
What's your job at the RSPCA?
Like lots of people at the RSPCA, I help animals get rescued and find new homes after they are rescued.
What type of animals do you have?
We have all sorts of animals. So we have puppies like Gypsy and Alfie, we have dogs, we have kittens, cats, snakes, lizards. We have farmyard animals like horses and ducks and chickens.
If somebody did want to adopt an animal, how do they do that?
Well, they come to one of our RSPCA animal campus facilities and they come and meet some of our animals, and we do an interview with them to find out if they're the right owner, and then they can adopt them from there.
Thanks for coming, Zoe. It's been a really fun time.
Thank you for having us and for giving Gypsy and Alfie cuddles.
Do you want to be a part of Juice TV? To see how you can be on the show, head to juicetv.com.au for all the details and to see when we're filming at the hospital. Plus, by keeping an eye out on our Facebook page, you can also be in the running to win lots of cool prizes. Juice TV.
Hi, my name's Alana. I work here at Seal Theatre at SeaWorld, and I'd like to introduce you to a special Juice TV star, Freddie. So Freddie is a New Zealand fur seal, and he's approximately 3 years of age. He's stranded down at Brunswick Heads about 2 years ago, where SeaWorld rescued him when he was really sick and very malnourished, and we suspect that he was stranded or lost his mum way too soon. However, Freddie has settled in here as part of our family at Seal Theatre. And he is a very smart, playful, confident seal.
Oh, good boy, Freddie.
All our seals here at SeaWorld receive a large variety of fish species, from small squid and whiting to really large mullet. Some of our seals can even eat up to 15 kilos of fish every day. We also make sure that our seals receive a large variety of enrichment. This can include lots of training sessions, from doing a show to an interactive program, a play or a swim. Did you know New Zealand fur seals can grow to over 150 kilos? When Freddie was rescued, he was only 9 kilos. However, now he's a healthy 50 kilos, and in a few years, he'll be fully grown. Another cool thing about New Zealand fur seals is they're very agile in the water. They can dive down to depths of about 100 metres and hold their breath for 10 minutes. Jump up. Ready? Up. I love working with seals, and they bring a smile to my face every day. In particular, Freddie, because he is an ambassador for his species and the marine environment. A little rub.
To Carly Sparkle Craft. I am Carly Sparkle, and this is my friend Jess.
Hi.
Today we are talking all things recycled, and we are going to make something like this. This is bunting, and it's actually made out of old books. Now you can use any kind of book you want, just make sure you get your parents' permission first. But there's some other things we need to make this, and Jess is going to tell you. What else do we need, Jess?
Some glue, a paintbrush, pen, scissors, string and cardboard.
Right, so we're going to get started. First of all, you need to make a template. Now these are pretty easy to make. You can cut them out of anything, any old cardboard, okay? Once you have the right size, you need to choose your book. We've gone with this one today, haven't we, Jess? A Letter for Tiger. No one reads it anymore, so we thought we'd better make it into something fun. All you do is you open the page, and when you see a picture, you put your template on the page and you start tracing. Jess is going to trace for us today. So she's going to make sure she holds it nice and steady and traces around the whole shape. Perfect. When we take this away, what's it look like, Jess? What do we got?
A triangle.
We've got a triangle. So what we're going to do now is we're going to cut that out. So if you can't use scissors on your own, make sure you get an adult to help you with this part. And what you do is we're just going to cut along the lines. Very simple. It actually doesn't have to be super neat because the overall effect is going to look pretty cool. So we cut this out like that. And then, Jess, we're going to stick it to something. What do you think we need?
Glue.
Yeah.
And a paintbrush and string.
You are absolutely right. So then what you do is you get your string, and if you would hold that for me, we're going to unravel it a bit. We don't cut it at this stage because what we're going to do is we're going to glue first. So we make a fold like this, okay? And then with the scissors, we're going to snip these triangles here to make it super neat, okay? Once we've done that, we are going to paint a little bit of glue. Jess, would you mind doing that for me? Thank you. And just paint a nice little bit of glue along there. You don't have to use a lot. That is perfect. Thank you. I'm I'm going to lie the string in here, and then Jess, would you mind pushing that over and squeezing that down for me? That looks pretty good. Okay, so once it's finished, you can hold it up. How does that look?
Good.
It looks pretty lonely by itself. So what we would do is we would cut up all the other pages and stick them along until we had something that ended up as cool as this.
That was awesome, Carly Sparkles. Now you guys are probably wondering why I'm in hospital. 6 weeks ago I was diagnosed with Guillain-Barré syndrome, which paralysed my body, which for a while I couldn't feel my body, but now I'm getting better. Now that you guys know all about me, now to find out about the Juice TV crew. Give me that camera. Okay, cameraman, what's your name?
My name's James.
Okay, what job do you do for Juice TV?
For Juice TV, I'm a camera operator, so I get to go around the hospital and shoot really talented guys like you. And then we take all our footage back to the office, and then I'm the editor as well, so I get to put all the pictures together to make the show every week.
What's your favourite sport?
My favourite sport? I'm not really very good at sport, but I do love ice hockey.
Okay, what's your favourite song?
My favourite? Ooh, that's a difficult question. I'm gonna have to go with your choice from before, a little bit of Shake It Off. Fantastic.
Okay, sing a bit.
Oh, on the spot. Shake it off, shake it off.
Okay.
You did it better, I
Now,
think.
what's your favourite food?
My favourite food, any kind of pasta, easily.
How do you become a cameraman?
To become a cameraman, you just start like you. You pick up a camera, whether it's a little iPhone or a GoPro or a big one like this one, and just shoot, whatever you find interesting. So I did that in high school, I went to university, and then I worked at a TV station on Mount Cootha for a while. What about you, Liam? Have you ever recorded anything yourself before?
Yeah, I've recorded some stuff on the GoPro, motorbike riding and pictures and all that. So James, what's your favourite thing to do at Juice?
Oh, working for Juice is so much fun. But the favourite part has got to be just meeting new kids every week who've got new talents, new jokes, and just really, really good fun to work with.
Thanks for your time, James. I think we better get back to the show.
Thanks, Liam. I better do my job.
Okay, guys. Now, we're gonna make some slime with Dr. Rob!
G'day guys, I'm Dr. Rob and I've got some pretty cool science experiments for you, starting with some slime. Now, first slime is probably my favourite slime because it's about the simplest. There's only really, 3 ingredients. Water, corn flour, and a bit of food colouring because all slime needs a little bit of colour. I'm going to start by dripping a bit of food colour in there and then we'll add the water. I think I'll make this one red. Now the water. There's no set formula for this. I just sort of add a little bit of water and then mix and add a bit of water and mix until I get the right consistency. And what you'll notice as you get towards the right consistency is it gets harder to mix. All right, we definitely need more water. Oh, look, I haven't thought this one through. Oh well, science gets messy sometimes. More water. Starting to look a bit runny, but not a bit runny. It's more pink than red, but that's okay. A bit more water, and over there. And now I think we're gonna be just, oh, look at that. That is beautiful. The great thing about corn flour slime, like a lot of slimes, it's halfway between a solid and a liquid. So in fact, you can pick up a chunk of it, and if you're really quick, roll it into a little ball like that, and it looks like Play-Doh until you let go of it. And then it just turns into this weird, goopy stuff all over again. And another great thing about corn flour slime, if you do happen to drop some, I don't know, on the carpet or something like that, remember it's just corn flour and water, so when it dries, it just turns back to corn flour and you can vacuum it up. Sweet, huh? Right, now I better get cleaned up and get us onto slime number 2. Okay, time for slime number 2. Let me get my ingredients. There they are. Whoa, clear this mess away. Beauty. Now the ingredients for this one. The first one is something called borax. Now you buy borax at the supermarket in the laundry aisle. So this slime certainly cannot be eaten when you're finished with it. You also don't buy borax as a liquid. It's a white powder. I just sort of mix up a couple of scoops in a couple of cups of water. That's ready to go. Next, some glue. Clear glue works really well for this slime. This is like that clear gum that you use at school. And now we need, a straw. We'll find a use for that in a minute. And of course, a cup to mix it in. Oh, that one's got water in it. How about we go with this cup? Super. Alrighty, get our glue and squeeze it all into the cup. Great, now that's not going to make a lot of slime, but the thing is, glue, most glues are actually made of plastic. This particular glue is made of a plastic called PVA. And it dissolves in water. So we can add some of that water I spilt before into our PVA glue, and it will actually mix around, give us a bit more volume to work with. Lovely, now no slime should be clear as far as I'm concerned, so we add a little bit of food colour to that. Green is a good colour for slime. A few drops of green. Sure do. Give that a mix. Look at that. Lovely, but it's not really slime yet, it's just liquid. That's where the borax comes in. Now, borax does, in scientific terms, something called cross-linking. So let's just put a little dollop of that in. Cross-linking basically means it takes all of those strands of plastic, the PVA, and joins them together, or cross-links them. So you go from a liquid to, ooh, this is starting to work, a bit more of a slime. A bit more mixing, maybe a little more borax, a bit more cross-linking going on. You'll be a polymer chemist before you're done. Stir it around. I'm gonna have to get my hands in on this. I think it looks just too good. Out you come, slime. Oh, look at that. That is marvellous. The more borax you add, the more cross-linking you get, and the more sort of jellified the slime goes. Looks a little bit like, I don't know, dragon snot or dinosaur sneeze, or maybe you could trick your mum into thinking you've got a bad cold and just sort of walk up with your... Oh, no, that's gross. But remember, you can't eat this slime. Not that you want to, but just you can't. Can play with it though.
Hi guys, I'm Dr. Beck and this is Little Alfie. Welcome to Juice TV, and today we're going to answer a question sent in from Leon.
Hi, my name's Leon and I would like to know, how do you look after a pet puppy?
That's a great question, Leon, and one that we get asked very often. It's very exciting when we get our first puppy, but there's a lot of things that we need to consider to make sure that they grow up big and strong. The first thing that we want to make sure is that they get checked out by a vet so they can get their vaccinations and they keep up to date with their worming, tick and flea treatment. These little guys can get infections that we really can protect them from, and so it's important that we do all this. The next thing that we want to make sure is that they get fed the right diet. Now, puppies like little Alfie here gets food that's higher in fat than that of an adult, but not too high because we don't want them to get fat and get other little health issues. We want a diet that is complete and balanced, and that involves a mixture of dry food as well as your wet food. You can also give them the occasional bone as well as a treat, but not too often. The other thing that we want to make sure is that when Alfie has all his vaccinations, we get him into training. So that involves puppy preschool so that he can socialise nicely with other puppies, and also toilet training because we don't want any little mishaps on the floor in the middle of the night. Mum wouldn't be happy with that one. And last but not least, it's important to give your puppy lots of cuddles. You can never do too much of that. Enjoy. Thanks, Leon.
Okay guys, it's almost the end of the episode, but before you go, it's time for the joke of the week. What do you get if you cross a Cocker Spaniel, a Poodle and a Rooster? You get a Cock-a-Poodle-Doo!
And while we've got the giggles, it's time to take a look at what went on behind the scenes in the making of this episode.
Continuing our siesta. What do you get if you cross a spackle? What do you get if you cross a spackle? Cocker Spaniel, Cocker Spaniel, Cocker Spaniel. What do you get if you cross a Spacker Spaniel? Spacker Spaniel. Calm down, calm down. Yeah, you're clumsy, really clumsy. You get a Cock-a-Poodle-Boo! Poodle. You get a poodle. One day. Cock-a-doodle doo, but a poodle doo. You get a poodle doo. Just stop laughing. We need to get it over and done with. You get a cock-a-poodle doo.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was recording all of that, just so you know.
That's the end of the show, guys. See you next time.